All right, in this video, we're going to be reviewing stuff, getting ready for logs on the final. Um, in class, I play a Kahoot with them, so for distance learners, you can ignore all the Kahoot directions. But we're going to start with just the basics of what is a logarithm. And so log means like find me the exponent. Find the exponent. Okay, and so in a log statement, this right here is the base. And so what this question is really saying, if we have a base of 7, what is the exponent that gives us 49? And the answer to that is 2. So we can say that this log base 7 of 49 equals 2. Find me the exponent. So this thing over here is the exponent for the given base that'll give us this value. I call the 49 a value. Okay, and then just remember that if nothing is written here, in math that's an implied 10. Like the base log is 10. Okay, so that this one, we really say base of 10, what is the exponent that gives us 100? And the answer to that is 2. Okay, so you have your parts, your base, your exponent, and your value in a log. Okay, first kind of skill we did here was to be able to switch between the two forms. So log form, again, b is the base, y is the exponent, and then x is the value. And then an exponential form, it looks like that, base, exponent, value. So I'd pause the videos here and see if you can switch. If you need help, I guess the first one, I always do the base and exponent first. That's the base, the 2 is the exponent. So I write base of 3, exponent of 2 equals 9. And you should get a statement that makes sense like that. So pause the video, try the others. Okay, so here the base isn't written, but it's 10. So we have 10 to the 1.26 equals the value of 18. Next one, again, it's a base 10. So I'm going to do 10 cubed equals 2 to the x, base, exponent, value. And you can actually see as we solve a log equation, that's how you solve it. You switch forms. Right? Because at this point, we pretty much have the answer. 10 cubed is, I think, 1,000. And then just divide that by 2. So when you solve, you're going to want to switch forms. So same thing on this last one. We have a base of 10, exponent of 2 equals 3x plus 1. And now you're pretty much done, right? If you were solving, because you'd have 100, and then you could minus 1 divide by 3, and you'd have your answer. Okay, so again, on solve, you're just going to switch forms. Okay, try some going the other way. So these ones start in exponential, and you got to switch them to log. So pause the video and give them a shot. Okay, so the one here, I'm going to write log, and then the base is 2. So I always do the base and the exponent. So base and log is a little number down here. And since log means find exponent, the exponent goes there, and then our value is here. So same thing, I'm going to write log. I do the base first is e, exponent is 3, and then the value goes there. Okay, and same thing when you solve one like this, you're going to switch it to the other form. So I'm going to write log base of 5 equals the exponent of 2x with a value of 625. And again, if we're solving here, we're pretty much done because we just do this log base 5 of 625 on our calculator and then divide by 2 and we got x. All right, so last example, I'm going to do log. The base is e, the exponent is x plus 2, and the value is 255. Okay, so that's a huge skill because you're going to need it when you solve also. Okay, one kind of last formula is if you have a base 10 log on your calculator, or sorry, base 10 log and need to do it on your calculator, you can just type that. So I can just type my log button, log of 25 is a base 10. So what's the exponent for 10? That'll give us 25. And that exponent is about 1.4. So this one's kind of easy to evaluate. If it is not a base 10, okay, there's kind of two ways to do it. The change of base formula would say do like the log of 32 divided by log of 2. So this number goes up and that number goes down. And you just type it in your calculator. So log 32 and then divide by log 2. Okay, and we get 5 by the look of it. Okay, and there's also a special button that does log with a different base besides 10. What we actually did there was base 10. That's why this is called change of base, because I actually did 2 base 10 logs. Sorry, my 2's should have been up a little higher here. Should have been up like that. But anyways, yeah, so your calculator did base 10, but there is a special button. So if you do the math key and go up twice, there's a log base, and then you can do whatever base you want. So I could do base 2 and 32. That's kind of an easier way than what I did here, but not everyone has that special button. So if you don't have a log base button, just do log divided by log. So try this last one, then pause the video, see if you can evaluate that log. So again, if you don't have the fancy button, this number is going to go up, that number is going to go down. So you do log of 30 divided by log 5, and your answer is just a little bit more than 2.11. Okay, so log properties, these are kind of tricky, but there's there's two main properties, I guess. And one is if you have two logs with the same base and subtract between them, you keep the base 7. And if it's a subtractor, you divide the two numbers, the 100 and the 5. So this would simplify to log base 7 of 20. So we wrote it as a single logarithm. Okay, so see if you can remember, what do you do if there's a plus, right? If you want to write it as a single log, what do you do if it's a plus? So for subtract, we divide. If it's an add here, you multiply the 3x and the 8. So we have 24x. So those are the two properties. If it's subtract between the two logs, divide whatever here and here. And if it's an add, you multiply whatever's there and there. Okay, so to put it all together, we're going to have to be able to change forms, use our property, all of that is for when you solve. Okay, and so the process for solving is you want to like get it to a single log or a single base exponent, and then switch forms and then solve from there. So this one is starting off in exponential form, where we have a base and an exponent here. So we want to then switch it into log form. Okay, and so the trick is I've got to isolate this first by doing -7. So it'd be 130 on this side. Sorry, that's a bad looking 2 there. Okay, so we got it to like a single log, and now we're going to switch forms. And this is that switch form slide that we did before, where I'm going to write log, my base goes here, my exponent goes there, and then the value goes here. Okay, and now before we divide by 2, we need to do this on our calculator. So again, if you have the special log base button, you can use that, or you can just do log 130 divided by log 5. So I'm going to do, since not everyone has that special button, I'm going to do log 130 divided by log 5. That's what we did when we did that change of base stuff. So we get about 3. No, I'm just going to call it 3. We'll just be lazy, call it 3. And then divide by 2, and you get 1.5. Okay, and that's how you solve, right? So let's try at least a couple more of those. So pause the video, give this one a shot. Okay, this one starts in exponential, so we're going to switch it into log. All right, and we can do it right away because we have it right there. That's our base, exponent, and value. That's all we need. So I'm going to do log with base of 9 equals exponent 5x and put 853 here. And again, this is just doing it on our calculator. So maybe this time I'll do the log base button just to be different. But I'll do math, log base, because I have to do non-base 10 log. So my base is 9. My value is 853, I think. Okay, so we get about 3 3.1, call it, and then divide that by 5. So we're going to get a weird decimal here. So I think that's going to be 0.62, but I should probably check because I don't know. Yeah, that's close enough. 0.61, 0.62 rounded. So anyways, that is our answer. Okay, let's see if we can go the other way. Okay, so this one starts off as a log form. So we're going to have to write it in base exponent form. Right, so we're going to have to switch the forms. So pause the video, give it a shot. All right, so the trick is before you can switch forms, you need just like this, log base b of a equals x. It has to look exactly like that, so we've got to get rid of this 7 in front. So we're going to divide by 7 first. So we get log 3x equals 4. And if it helps, you put the base in, right? Remember, if there's nothing written here, it's base 10. Right? So now we're going to switch it. So I'm going to do base 10 exponent 4 equals 3x. And again, now I'm pretty much done. 10 to the 4th is just 4 zeros, I think. 1 with 4 zeros. And then divide by 3. And so we get 3,333.3 repeating. And that's our value for x. Okay, so that one we had to isolate the log and then switch forms. So on any solve one with a log, you got to switch the forms. Let's see, let's try, yeah, we got 2 more maybe quick. We can get them both in. Pause the video. Okay, so we've got a base of 10, power of 5 equals 3x plus 5. Okay, and then 10 to the 5th is just going to have 5 zeros. So I switched forms and then 10 to the 5th, and now just minus 5, so that's going to be 99,995. Okay, and then divide that by 3 to get an answer of 33,331.7. All right, last one. Let's do one last solve one. Pause the video, give it a shot. Okay, so I want to switch it to exponential form, but I got to get rid of the 4 first. So I'm going to divide by 4. So we get log of 3x equals 2. And now I have just a log. I'm going to switch it. Don't forget again, the base is 10. So it's going to be 10 squared equals 3x. And then 10 squared is just 100. And then divide by 3, and we get 33 1/3, basically. That's our answer for x. So that's it for logs. That's hopefully everything you need to know for the final. And again, for each chapter, there'll be about 5-6 questions. So that's all I got. Thank you for watching.